And I have nothing but the highest of respect for Julian Assange, the founder of Wikileaks. I met him a long time back. I went to interview him. We had a lovely chat in a small village 2 hours away from London. I'm so happy and proud that Wikileaks has today endorsed the position that we put out yesterday. They are fighters too. We are fighters too. And we know very clearly that USAID is not aid. It's a CIA operation. It's an influence peddling operation. The US does not do aid. Americans don't do aid. They do influence peddling. They want to influence countries, people, sellouts, journalists. Anyone who's available for a price is bought and sold, ladies and gentlemen. I'm also told that ex-Donald Trump government official Mike Benz, quite famous right now, supporting and endorsing the line of Elon Musk, has also put out clips of our show last night saying that he has been talking about this too. Well, Mike, you're welcome to come on this show and talk to the people of India about what on earth the Americans have been up to. It's not USAID. USAID is CIA and CIA is USAID. Like you cannot separate, ladies and gentlemen, the Lashkar-e-Toiba from the Falah-e-Insaniyat, a terrorist organization, from a so-called social outfit. And anyone who thinks Falah-e-Insaniyat and Lashkar-e-Toiba are different are fools or pretending to be fools, because both are controlled by the Lashkar-e-Toiba. Similarly, USAID and CIA are two sides of the same coin. A cover, a decoy would probably be the appropriate word to use it, both controlled by the American deep state. Why am I talking about this in India? Am I obsessed with the Americans? Absolutely not. But when this USAID plus CIA puts in money into India as a financial tool for influence, I have to expose not just USAID plus CIA, but the people in India who have taken money from the CIA plus USAID. Now, those people would be very angry that I'm equating CIA plus USAID, but they need to know. And who am I talking about? Some really stupid YouTubers, not stupid, malicious, venomous, anti-India YouTubers, very happy to be taking money from the Americans as long as it looks like a USAID operation. But now that Republic has exposed that USAID is CIA, which means you're taking money from USAID, you are taking money as an American influence peddling operation. They'd be very queasy about it. But they've done some really slimy stuff and they need to be exposed. You'd be thinking probably Americans haven't put so much money, Republic is making too big a deal of it. You're wrong, ladies and gentlemen. 1/5 of the money of USAID worldwide comes to our country. 1/5. Which means total allocations in the last 4 years alone is 650 million, 2/3 of $1 billion, thousands and thousands and thousands of crores of rupees. Since 2001, $2.86 billion. 1/5, 20% of the global USAID plus CIA money is coming to India. You must ask, who's getting these money? Who are these Mir Jafars in our country happily taking money? It's not institutional. Of course, some USAID money is going to Niti Aayog, I'm told. I don't know why Niti Aayog needs to take money. Some is going into a part of the government which looks at family and health issues. I'm really concerned about that because it shows that USAID is trying to penetrate the health and department, health and social welfare departments of the government of India. But that's not the sinister part. The sinister part is individuals, private organizations, so-called NGOs. Ladies and gentlemen, USAID is not a private organization. It is an agency of the US government. Where is the money used? $68 billion they've been spending in 2023. $68 billion. The Americans don't help anyone. Yesterday I said they give no free lunch. This is decided in Washington, where a group of powerful people under the American deep state decide who will get how much money. And then they throw a little bit of money here, a little bit of money there, a little bit of money there. Ladies and gentlemen, now this agency, which says it works on disaster, health, relief, education and governance, has been funding journalists. And generally anti-BJP journalists, a lot of funding coming to them, a lot of money coming to them, ladies and gentlemen. And in most countries around the world, USAID and CIA try to bring down governments, create political instability. They created political instability in Cuba. They interfered in the internal politics of Cuba. They used offshore bank accounts, front companies, and Mir Jafars in Cuba. They used Mir Jafars and traitors in Bolivia. Now my question is, who are the Mir Jafars and traitors in our country? The nation wants to know. These people are hiding tonight because they feel that they got away from so long. They'll normalize this. Why should we normalize it? Ladies and gentlemen, this funding comes not with no conditions, but with an expectation that you will be on the payrolls of the American deep state. It is USAID, ladies and gentlemen, nobody else but USAID, which brought down the Sheikh Hasina government in Bangladesh. Now you remember, ladies and gentlemen, put two and two together. Salman Khurshid of the Congress party said something like this could happen in India. Why, Mr. Khurshid, did you know that USAID is going to help you guys? USAID also wants to build media influence, use people in the media to try and manipulate the minds of the people in the countries where they put in the money. And they did that successfully in Bangladesh. They want to do the same thing in India. These people, ladies and gentlemen, have paid $500 million to a network called Internews. Almost $500 million. This Internews has worked with 4,291 media outlets, including hundreds, I'm told, in India. They have a great presence in India, and there are people in India who happily take a lot of money from Internews. They'll say, we are journalists. They're not journalists. Ladies and gentlemen, they're deeply entrenched with USAID. These are not journalists. These are journalists for hire. Ladies and gentlemen, part of an intricate American funding operation, funded through NGOs and front companies and individuals sometimes with subsidiaries here, dummy addresses. But what they basically do is that they try and create a presence in India. Remember, India is the most powerful country of all. $500 million funding has gone with an India link to Internews. Who are the people who've taken money from Internews? And then they say we'll do so-called media literacy programs. Viewers, this is not media literacy. This is agenda peddling, influence peddling. Americans are not doing things for free. There's some organization called Factshala, we are told, which has taken which is an educational platform for media personnel, which in the turn has worked with Internews, I'm told, and which has an ambassador program. And there are some people who are ambassadors of Factshala, but eventually Factshala, Internews, USAID, deep state. That link is there. It's not neutral. It's not neutrality. Ladies and gentlemen, we are also told that there are organizations that were set up in 2004, 2005, which are aimed at creating a heavily left-leaning media ecosystem. And ladies and gentlemen, there have been workshops in which these people have VIP holiday stays. All of this is indirectly funded by this USAID. Ladies and gentlemen, USAID wants to create regime change in India, tool for influence. I'm told that there is a Congress leader who has now said there should be a civil disobedience movement in India. What are they talking about? They basically want to destroy Indian democracy. They want you to question the electoral process, and then they will create anarchy. They will support a fake farmers' protest. They'll carry out anarchy. They'll carry out violence on the streets of the national capital, elsewhere in the country. And then they will say, oh, but it was the people speaking. It was not people speaking. It were influencers and Mir Jafars paid money directly and indirectly through USAID doing their jihuzuri to their American bosses, ladies and gentlemen. And you know why the American media is talking about what I'm saying tonight? Because they know I'm right. But I want to tell all these Americans, including the American state and the CIA, you are so foolish, you are so wrong. We are not for sale. If you've bought out a few people, be careful. Because we are so strong, we'll destroy every dirty agenda that you have against our country. There is republic. Our motto is nation first. We are more powerful than any of these sellouts who you have on your rolls. And to the sellouts, I want to say one thing. Be afraid. Be very afraid. Be very afraid. Your names will be out. Your names will be disclosed. You will be named. You will be shamed. There is no way out right now. Your pro-Maoist agenda, your anti-national stuff, everything's going to be out in the open. So to these anti-nationals, to these traitors, to these Mir Jafars, I want to say it is time to be afraid. Be afraid. Be very afraid.